Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Switch 2 Warface gameplay. I'm making this video as a follow-up to the other Warface video I made on the Switch 2, and I'm going to leave in the loading screen for this game. By the way, this game was already in motion. I was joining an in-progress game, so I wanted to show how long it was going to take to join, and if I think it's any quicker or anything. Now, according to my previous video, a lot of people thought I was biased. Oh, no, just biased. People thought I was biased because of my relationship with the Switch and Warface, and I just want to say that I'm not biased about it. I'm not because, oh, this game sucks, I hate this game. No, that's not how it is at all. I just wanted to give a quick result on how the game ran and looked and everything on Switch too. So I did. And if I came off biased about it, then I apologize, but I'm truly not. I do really like this game on Switch, and I have been playing it some more since the previous video, and what I'm gonna tell you and show you is one of the games that I got not so long ago. I think it was like 2-3 hours ago. So it's on a Storm game, playing on Nintendo Switch 2. Now I do have to come off the bat, well, say right off the bat that this game still runs in 30 frames per second. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone shows. I've played this game on Switch 2. It is not 60 frames per second. It is 30. I've got to let that out straight. It doesn't matter if you're playing in 720p, 1080p, 1440p, or even 4K. On the Switch 2, that is. I know the regular Switch can't do. But the game itself is at 30 frames per second. It's locked at 30. There's always been a frame cap of 30 frames per second on this, and that's how, unfortunately, it stays. So even on the Switch 2, you will run into the fact of it is locked at 30 frames. Now, what about the resolution and the quality and everything? I genuinely think the game is locked at like a 720p quality. Just going off my experience with Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, I genuinely think the game itself is not dynamic resolution. I think it is just a resolution cap of 720. I could be wrong in this. I'm not Digital Foundry, but that's what my opinion is of the game itself. Now, does the game load faster? I say it loads faster in the menus and stuff, but if you're talking about does the game load faster to get into games that are already in progress or games that are starting, then no. As you saw from the beginning of this video, that the game itself takes so long to load into a game that is already in progress. I don't think it helps in that regard. I think it's just poor optimization on the game. And I could be wrong, but from what I've gathered, it just doesn't seem like not reload, that loading into games and loading times is any better. It just still feels a bit choppy and chunky, so unfortunately, that's it. Now, does the game perform better? Now, scratch the whole 30 frames per second thing and 720p locked resolution thing. Does the game noticeably play better without like hitching and stutters and stuff like that? It really does. I can sit and play Warface on Switch and, well, Switch 2 and enjoy my time playing it and not have to worry about any lag or any stutters or any hitching because it's just not there. The game itself is not currently supported by Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch 2, but if you have downloaded it on the Switch 1, you can also download it on the Switch 2 as well. If you try and download Warface or Switch 2 and you've never played it before on the Switch, I don't think you can download it because it doesn't let you purchase any credit bundles. It doesn't let you download it. So the game's not officially supported by Nintendo, but it does run if you've already had the game installed. The hitching and stuff is not there. It feels nice to be able to play a game and not have to worry about stutters and lag or anything. I genuinely think that I could play this game with crossplay on. Now, I do have crossplay on. I have it on PvE. I don't have it on PvP. Although I'm tempted to try turning crossplay on, so I fight against PlayStation 4, 5, and Xbox Series and Series X consoles too. Only downside is they play at 60 frames per second, while the Switch 2 plays at 30. So unfortunately, that's that. Until we get an official support for the Switch 2, I'm gonna have to go off these and go off this gameplay that I've got. Now, again, there's a lot that I've probably missed and a lot that you guys want answered. So if you want me to answer any specific questions or anything, just leave a comment down below and I'll happily get to them eventually. So the game itself, it runs great on Switch 2. apart from the occasional crashing and all that nonsense, like, it'll crash sometimes and it doesn't load any faster, but then again, that's going back to the whole is officially supported by Nintendo thing, and it sucks. But I'd see them maybe upgrading it for Switch 2. I don't know, because the company behind this game is notoriously bad at criticism and user surveys and all that nonsense. I don't care what anyone says. I used to be an official content creator for this game, so I had my, what's the word called that I'm thinking of? I had my insider information, you could say, and all the player experience and user surveys didn't really do much. And that's unfortunate. But the game itself, if you want to play this game and you still play this game on Switch and you were thinking about getting the Switch 2, is it worth the upgrade? If you want to play it without hitching and you don't mind it still being capped at 30 right now, then go for it. But don't buy the Switch 2 if all you want to play is Warface, because I don't know if this game's going to be updated or like even supported in the future, because we don't know what kind of games are going to come to Switch 2. It's still very early days, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that Call of Duty or COD Mobile or other games like that get bigger. I know we've already had word from the Warframe developers that they're working on the upgrade for Switch 2. Apex Legends has let it out that they're thinking about it, and obviously Call of Duty might come to Nintendo Switch 2 eventually. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. You've been great. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to leave them in the comments down below. My name is Arch, and have a good day. Have a good rest of the day, and peace. Bye bye.